Hello and welcome to Unit 2. In Unit 2, we're going to be talking about the musculoskeletal system. All right? We're going to give a little overview today about how your body works and then get into the skeletal system. Next video will be about the muscle system and the integumentary system. Ooh. All right, we'll see what happens then. Here we go. Remember, you're taking notes, all the text on the slide, quick sketch of the picture, jotting down something important you heard, and at the end, 3 questions. All right, so big question here is, how are you put together? All right, everything is made out of atoms. Everything in the universe is made out of atoms. These atoms come together, they make molecules, stuff, chemistry. Those molecules come together and they form cells. Now, cells are the basic unit of life. You are made out of billions and billions of cells. How do all those cells work together to make you? Well, they need to be organized, all right? And there's a hierarchy. Just kind of like in an army, there's a general, and there's colonels and lieutenants and privates, and then your basic foot soldiers. Well, same deal. In your body are different layers of organization. Okay, so cells come together to make tissues, right? And animals have 4 different types of tissue types. And we're an animal, so we have 4 types of tissues. We have connective tissue, like your bones and your cartilage, and your tendons and your ligaments, and your blood. We have nervous tissue, like the nerves that are in your eyes letting you see me, nerves in your ear letting you hear me, nerves in your brain processing what I'm saying. There's epithelial tissue, which is tissue that kind of covers things, like my skin is epithelial tissue. And muscle tissue, the muscles in my fingers making them move, the muscle in my jaw making me talk. Okay? These are my 4 types of tissues. So cells come together to make tissues, and then tissues, right here, come together to make different types of organs, like your eyes, or your brain, or your stomach, or your small intestine, or, different things like that, your heart. Those are all organs. Your lungs. Now, organs are going to come together, work with each other for a greater purpose still, and those make organ systems. So like you have a digestive system with many organs in it. You have a respiratory system with many organs in it. You have a cardiovascular system with many organs in it. So we go atoms make molecules, molecules make cells, cells make tissues, tissues make organs, organs make organ systems, and organ systems make the organism, you and me. We're organisms made of billions and billions of cells. Cool? All right. So, how many systems do we have? Well, we can argue back and forth, but most people agree there's essentially 11 main organ systems in your body. All right? Now, picture I made really simple because there's kind of a lot of writing here. But I want you to know the different systems. And we're going to go through them this year. All right? We start with the muscular system. Pretty easy. The muscles move thing. This is how you move, not only your body and your bones, but inside you, how we squeeze things through the various vessels of your body. You have the skeletal system, right, which helps you move, supports your frame. It protects your brain, protects your heart. It can form new blood. But you didn't know that. Maybe you did. Okay. You have the cardiovascular system, which is going to move blood and all the things that are dissolved in your blood, like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and sugar. You have your respiratory system. Take a deep breath, catch up. That's your respiratory system at work. Okay? Someday, hopefully, you'll reproduce and have children. That's your reproductive system at work. Offspring is a fancy name for children. And when they're not human children, we don't call them children anymore, we call them offspring. You get your urinary tract, your urinary system gets all the liquid waste from your body. Your nervous system allows you to think, allows you to react, all through electrical signals sent from cell to cell. Okay? Now we have two different systems for communication in our body. The nervous system is electric impulse, and it moves very, very fast. We also have the endocrine system, which sends messages chemically through our blood. Right? Both are going to communicate, and we'll get into this later in the year. They're both communication systems, one electrical, one chemical. You have your digestive system, okay, to break down, to digest your food and then absorb those nutrients. You have your integumentary system. What is that? It's your skin, all right? Protects you from the outside world. And last but not least, you have your lymphatic system. It's going to drain fluid from your tissues. All right. Sometimes when you're sick, you check your lymph nodes to see if they're swollen. If they are, that means bacteria is getting drained along with the lymph fluid from your head, which means, oh, I'm fighting an infection. Okay. So 11 systems. Hopefully you've written them all down. Okay. We're going to go through them one by one throughout the year. So let's start with the skeletal system. All right. Your skeletal system has 5 main functions. All right. This is your skeleton. It's what's beneath your skin. You can feel your skeleton. It's all the hard parts of your body. Okay. And this gives your body a framework which supports the general shape and structure of your body. Right. It's going to work with your muscles in order to move you. So I can move my hands, I can move my jaw, I can move my head, all because my muscles are attached to my bones. Your bones are also a really important reservoir, all right? It's a place to store minerals like calcium, right? Your muscles and your nerves need lots of calcium. You don't eat calcium every day. Maybe you do, that's really good. Sometimes you don't. So you need to have an extra supply of it. So I can take calcium out of my bones, and when I have more than I need, I can store it in my bones for later. Now, we usually think of skeletons in movement, but it also is there to protect really important things, right? You have my rib cage to protect your lungs and your heart. You have your skull, which protects your brain. Okay, if you hit it, you don't squeeze your brain and it gets all squishy and you die because you have a skull that protects it from most impacts. You also have marrow inside of some of your bones. And that bone marrow is the site of blood cell production. So your red blood cells, your white blood cells, they actually are born. They're created inside your bones, part of the skeletal system. All right? Now, the skeletal system isn't only your bones. It's got to work with other tissues like tendons and ligaments and cartilage. Now, your tendons are the little rubbery elastic straps that connect your bones to your muscles. Muscles have something to pull on. Ligaments keep your joints all lined up, okay? And they connect bone to bone so that my finger can bend like that, all right? And the bones don't go flying and they don't go bending in directions they should. You also have cartilage. Cartilage not only forms specialized structures like your nose or your ears, these are cartilage, but they also cushion your joints. Because if I have bone on bone bending and flexing, they're going to rub and they're going to grind, and that can be painful. So cartilage in our joints acts like cushion. All right, so quick review. You want to leave this video knowing or having a better sense of how you're put together and what the various systems are of your body, and a general overview of what the skeletal system is. Don't forget to write down all the text you saw, a picture per slide, something that you heard, and when you're all done, 3 questions to bring to class. All right, reading for tomorrow is chapter 22, sections 1 and 2, pages 580 to 587. See it in class.